If you get $60 million liquid and that can't last you a lifetime, you got a problem. Do you really need 10 houses?
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club.
So Shannon Sharpe just went off on Odell Beckham Jr. after OBJ spoke about the struggles of his $100 million contract and how the money does not last forever.
Contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year. You know, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime.
Aw, someone should organize a canned food drive for Odell. The poor guy only made $12 million a year. Anyway, here's where this whole thing gets deeper. People are now digging up Odell's past controversies and saying maybe he shouldn't have been wasting money on things like this. But that's not all. Fans are also bringing up Odell's past with Diddy, and the comments on Shannon's video are saying things like, after that club video with Bieber, I could care less if he loses every single penny. Love how not one person will ask him about that ish. So let's talk about it. Why hasn't anyone asked Odell about that video? And what's up with these all-male yacht parties that Odell has been throwing for his teammates? Could it be it's something he learned from Diddy?
Odell, please, sir.
All right, so let's break down what Shannon said about Odell. So after Odell complained that he's worried about money because his contract can't last a lifetime, Shannon went off on him and said, if you're blowing $4 million a year, you've got some issues you need to work on.
Now, do you really need 10 houses?
Damn.
Do you really need 15 cars?
Nah.
Do you need to buy everybody in your house, everybody in your family a mansion that costs $1 million, $2 million? Bro say he's spending $4 million a year. If you spending $4 million a year and it ain't a business related, you out your damn mind. Ain't no way in hell I'm spending $4 million a year.
Now, OBJ should have probably kept all that quiet because now fans are going through his receipts and trying to figure out what exactly he blew all that money on. And here's the messy part. People online are claiming that OBJ has been throwing these lavish Diddy-style yacht parties, and allegedly they are men only. And the thing with Odell is that he's been tied to weird allegations for a long time. And even after that lawsuit dropped from one of Diddy's accusers naming Drewski and OBJ, fans were saying things like, I could believe you did it, and OBJ, you definitely did it. Drewski is good though. And then a lot of people also brought up that weird video of Odell partying with Justin Bieber and Trey Songz. So this video was recorded on January 1st, 2017 at a New Year's Eve party at LIV nightclub in Miami. And Justin is seen partying with other celebs like Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, Jamie Foxx, Fabulous, Trey Songz, and OBJ. But there was one moment in this video that made a lot of people uncomfortable, and it's the part where Justin is seen seemingly kneeling in front of OBJ and wiping his mouth. Now, we can't say for sure what happened there. Maybe it was just a weird angle and perhaps Justin was simply taking a sip from his drink. But this clip instantly sent the internet into a spiral, with some fans even speculating that Justin's drink might have been tampered with and that he was pressured into doing something with OBJ. And then Jaguar Wright also spoke out on this and claimed the footage shows exactly what you think it shows. And according to her, something really messed up happened to Justin at these industry parties. And speaking of industry parties, we also have to talk about that infamous boat photo with OBJ and his friends, because fans are now looking at all this in a different light. Now, here's some context behind this photo. Back in 2017, while the Giants were supposed to be locked in for their playoff matchup against the Packers, OBJ, Sterling Shepard, Victor Cruz, Roger Lewis Jr., and a few others took Trey Songz and hopped on a little getaway instead. And that's when we got that infamous boat picture. Now notice the timeline. This boat trip took place just days after Odell and Trey Songz partied with Justin Bieber. And when that photo hit the internet, fans had so many questions. First of all, why are y'all on a boat dressed like you're headed to the mall? Boots, sneakers, beanies. Why does Victor Cruz look like he's bracing for winter? And why doesn't a single soul have on a life jacket? Then people started zooming in and asking, what kind of boat even is this? Because the angles were off, the positioning made no sense, and whoever snapped the photos was standing in a spot that didn't add up for a powerboat. And let's talk about the vibes. Nobody looks happy. They all look uncomfortable, stiff, and like they didn't even want to be there. I don't know, but the whole thing just felt wrong. And maybe people wouldn't have read so much into it if it wasn't for that Justin Bieber video with OBJ and Trey. That's when fans started connecting the dots and saying maybe this wasn't just a random vacation after all. Someone said, I think it's time to revisit the famous boat pic as a more mild version of Epstein-Diddy style blackmail. Odell and the boys flew to South Beach, where one of the infamous Diddy mansions is, and partied with Justin Bieber, Diddy victim, after a playoff win. Now, people have been speculating about OBJ's sexuality for years, especially after multiple sus videos surfaced of him, like that time he filmed himself with another man in a hot tub. And then on top of that, people were also discussing OBJ's mannerisms and dance moves. But Odell fired back at people pushing this narrative, and he told GQ in 2019 that it all boils down to homophobia in the black community. Odell said, I feel like posts like that only contribute to homophobia in the black community. The idea that someone must be gay or that being gay is in any way shameful because they're dancing or have blonde hair seems so small-minded, or because they're close with other men. Even like little videos where they see me leaned back or something, they'll say that I'm looking at a guy's ass. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know where my mind is at. I mean, yeah, OBG isn't wrong. He does have a point when it comes to folks constantly trying to label someone's sexuality just based on how they dress, move, or express themselves. Black men especially get dragged for doing anything outside of the box. But fans are saying that's not even the issue anymore. According to the internet, this conversation has moved way past speculation about OBJ's orientation. People are now focused on those disturbing allegations and rumors that keep popping up around OBJ. And that's the part that's making everyone uncomfortable. So this isn't even about celebrities allegedly hiding their sexuality anymore. It's the fact that at this point, a lot of people feel that there's some foul stuff going on in the industry, potentially involving young victims. That said, the internet is still very divided. Some folks are calling all of this a reach and saying Odell is being unfairly dragged, but many others are siding with Jaguar Wright's version of events and saying they've been giving Odell the side eye ever since that Justin Bieber video resurfaced. Well, let me hear your thoughts on this. Are people doing way too much with these theories about Odell and his rumored ties to Diddy's parties, or is there actually something there that we missed? And how do you feel about that Justin Bieber video? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't miss this next story.